Have you seen what's going on out there these days at night? Probably not, because you're too busy on the phone or watching television. So let's show you what they're doing out there at night. Prepare to be amazed at this footage as they're calibrating energy weapons, calling it safe and effective for geographical purposes. Oh, it's for mapping. It's just so that we know exactly where you are. There's nothing to be concerned about as they fly over, beaming you with mystery tech. It's almost like they're spraying you like bugs with the chemtrails, but this is vastly different. What's important to understand here is that this is a solid state energy weapons platform. It can be tuned into whatever frequency that they want. Right now it's visible green, but at the push of a button, it's invisible, microwaving you, sending waves of microwave frequencies or whatever frequency they choose. This is a proof of concept, and it goes way beyond safe and effective. And it's just another thing that we've been monitoring here at Stranger Than Fiction News. These energy weapons have been massively deployed everywhere. Boeing is one of the largest energy weapon manufacturers in the world right now. They don't care about planes anymore, as you can see. They're worried about beaming people from planes. That's big business. That's what everybody wants in the military, in the deep state. It's the next frontier. If you're not absolutely shocked by this footage, you should be. You should be paying attention. Unfortunately, most people flunked out of science, and so they don't really appreciate what this technology can do. But it can beam you as planes fly by. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. Beaming people as planes fly by. But that's not it. There's so much more. They've weaponized everything, including the radar. We're going to have to fire the video guy. Fire the video guy. Listen to this.
All right, so I just wanted to document the continuing microwave pulses that we are getting hit with every day. And I'm noticing they are ramping up. On the 16th, they started at 9:11 at night until 9:11 in the morning. You see the pulse going from the east to the west coast. All right, boom, you see that? Those are NexRad stations. Each of those towers are 750 kilowatts, pumping out between 2.7 to 2.9 gigahertz. Boom, see that? Then it gets obscured by the towers. Now they can add the Doppler towers with this. NexRad has like 159, Doppler has 160.
Fire the video guy. We've been monitoring the NexRad phenomenon for quite a few years. This is some recent footage where the guy is talking about what he's seeing late at night. People getting blasted. And there's all sorts of anomalies that we're seeing. Not sure if we can fast forward to some of these things that are a little more interesting. But boom, we just saw something flash from Nevada. Area 51, who knows, Las Vegas going wild. Blasting people in California, 200 miles away. Just like that. Testing out new secret tech. Making people sick. And it just goes on and on and on. There's endless footage. Like we said, we've been monitoring this for quite a few years. This is some old footage. They blast you at night while you're sleeping with the NextRad, and they just light up every metropolitan area big time. And it goes for miles. Even if you're out in the country, you're going to get dosed with this stuff. And every once in a while, we see these major anomalies. Whatever went off here while people were sleeping, they never knew. It wasn't until the diagnosis came later that they found out. You think about everything that they're doing right now, spraying us like bugs, terraforming the planet. They're not just geoengineering, they're terraforming the planet. They're trying to exterminate everyone and make it look like climate change. And so as they hit people with these invisible weapons, silent weapons, people on the ground are paying the price, and they don't know where it's coming from. It's the mysterious poison. What was it? The GMOs, the fluoride, the chemtrails, the 5G. Now we have to worry about these planes flying overhead, and you should be worried because all of these planes are mounted with the most sophisticated solid-state weapon systems known to man. Guaranteed. According to the intelligence reports, the weapons experts, and the human resistance. This stuff happens during the daytime. You can't see it. It happens in spectrums that are beyond visible lasers. And all of these solid-state weapons can be tuned into whatever frequency they desire, like a digital radio. We've been talking about this since the rollout of 5G, since it came out, that all of these towers are now beamforming and hitting people. We did a broadcast on the experiment from the telecom industry, showing you with their meters how this invisible beam follows you around, microwaving you. Weapons experts are warning about the power supplies. These things are overpowered for internet. These things are a Trojan horse weapon system, beaming people, blasting people, and we're getting tons of reports of people being blasted. It's not just that, oh look, they're lighting up the sky with pretty colors. People are reporting getting blasted by these things. It's all over the internet. There's congressional hearings, right? They're trying to blame the Russians. Oh no, it's Boeing, it's the 5G, it's the deep state. And it's not anybody's imagination. In the congressional hearings, they're like, yeah, we slow cook you. That way you think you're all crazy. This is what they said in Congress. Oh, we slow cook you. That way you think you're going crazy. And it kills you over time. It's the perfect weapon. It causes heart attacks, strokes, cancers. And according to the weapons experts, the first signs are ringing in the ears, vertigo, chronic fatigue, heart palpitations, pain not associated with an injury. Does any of this stuff sound familiar? Have you been feeling off since the rollout of 5G? It's not your imagination. They are absolutely nuking our communities with radiation, trying to blame it on COVID so that they can sell you the death facts as they do their blood sacrifice, Georgia Guidestone style. It's pretty much like Stonehenge with the Druids, except these Satanists are trying to take you out big tech style. And they plan on living forever with their transhuman agenda. Go check out 2045.com. You think it's science fiction now, just wait. And based on the clones that we're seeing on TV, these people that don't pass the Turing test, chances are this thing has already been unleashed from the lab, pumping out nanotech, smart dust, taking people over, NPC style. The assimilation has already begun. That's why we continue to recommend this book, Transhuman Genocide. People need to understand what's happening. They need to understand these energy weapons, and they need to understand how to protect themselves. You can find this book on Amazon. It shows you all the shielding strategies and the materials you need for military-grade shielding for body armor and a safe room, and even shielding your car. We highly recommend you check out that book, Transhuman Genocide. It's on Amazon or on Patreon. You can find a PDF version on Patreon, otherwise paperback, Kindle. Read the free sample. You got 30 days to send it back. You've got nothing to lose except your life. If you're not paying attention to how weaponized this technology is, the entire grid has been weaponized already. From the street lamps to the cell towers to the new cars with the GPS LED combo, the radar pads on the front, it's all been weaponized already while we were sleeping, doom scrolling from crisis to crisis. This thing doesn't miss and follows you around like cell phone coverage, mimicking the stages of a disease. Pay attention to pain not associated with an injury. People are talking about this type of harassment everywhere on the internet. And basically, this system wants to torture you, make you think that you've got cancer. You go in and get the pill, they finish you off, basically. There is no pill for this kind of thing. You can opt out of vaccines, but you can't opt out of this 5G death grid that's raining down everywhere, blasting you while you sleep at night. Not only in a general way, but in a very specific way if you've been flagged on Facebook or social media. You're on that red list. They're coming after you. They're coming after everybody. And so this isn't like, oh, maybe we can do this next year. You better start now. You better start today, especially if you're feeling the 5G symptoms. There's victims everywhere on the internet from this technology. They call it safe and effective like the vaccines, but it's anything but. Look at that thing. In front of the daycare, in front of the mall, in front of your store, in front of your school, right next to your house. What do you think these things are? Christmas trees? These are weapon systems. That's why people are taking these things down. That's why they're like, oh, yeah, it's safe and effective. Come get your vaccine. Look at this thing. School, home, everywhere. It's a weapon system, just like everything else, for the special treatment. These things have got to go. This whole system has got to go. It's beyond corrupt. Everybody can see it. They're trying to kill everybody and take over. It's a hostile takeover. It's beyond a coup in many ways. And all of these kleptocrats basically have hoarded the technology, and they're using it against us. They're trying to become a breakaway civilization and steal the world and live forever, and we're all going to get the Georgia Guidestones. The only way out of this is to fight back. These people don't want to negotiate. They don't care who you vote for. The only way is to fight back, and you're going to need armor, and you're going to need to understand exactly how advanced this system is. And that's why we continue to recommend, check out that book, Transhuman Genocide. We've made it dirt cheap so that we can get the message out, so that people can protect themselves. It's not going to be easy to survive. That's for sure. It's time to get your boots on. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.